As fans fill Beasley Coliseum for the Washington State Cougars season opener for men's basketball, a lot of questions are still to be asked for how the Cougars will perform this season and what it will take to win tonight's game. Today, I will be trying to answer all these questions as well as looking at the key takeaways. The Cougars, who had a 24-9 record last season, faced Portland State, who went 17-15 last season. The Cougars, who were heavily favored, looked to build on their momentum from last season. Before the game, I had the chance to speak with Wazoo student and fan Samuel Jang to gather his thoughts before the game.
I don't really know how we're going to look this season. It's obviously we had a lot of success last year, but got a lot of those key pieces gone. It'll be interesting to see how this team performs, looking to Isaiah Watts is one of those key pieces that we still have. I don't think tomorrow is going to be really a tough test. Portland State, obviously not a very good basketball program. There's a lot left unknown about this squad, so it'll be good to see tomorrow kind of how we play and how we work as a team.
At this time, we'd like to take a moment to permanently inscribe the 23-24 Cougar men's basketball team and their win in last year's NCAA tournament into the record.
It was a monumental night for the Cougars, as they got to raise the banner for the last year's NCAA tournament appearance, where they lost to Iowa State in the round of 32. As they took the court, the Cougars would get ready for their first game of the season. With only 2 players from last year's team returning, the starting 5 had no one from the last year's tournament team, along with a whole new coaching staff. So many question marks for this team, but the Cougars were ready to roll at tip-off.
Your Cougars of Washington State University, number 8, Nate Kelly. Number 3, Ethan Price. Number 32, Dane Erickson. Number 0, Cedric Howard. Head coach, David Riley.
The Cougars would win the tip-off and get a quick score, but would fall to a 21-5 deficit early in the first quarter. The deficit would be nothing to the Cougars as they stormed back and took a 46-38 lead at half. The Cougars would have a strong lead going into the second half as they looked to pull this one away. Portland State would try to keep the game close, but it was never enough as the Cougars would win 100-92. After the game, I had the chance to interview Cougar fan Charlie Weber to get his thoughts on the game and what to look forward to this season.
On all this team, we got some great talent coming back, a lot of shooters. Ethan Price and Dane Erickson, 2 big men who were shooting the ball well, handling the ball well. And of course, Isaiah Watts coming back, one of the only 2 returning Cougs. Dropped a career high 20 points, looks really well. I think it's going to be a really good season. They're going to grow. It's important to remember last year, even when we did make the tournament, this team started off pretty poor. I think we had a losing record.
It was a good night to be leaving Beasley as a Cougar fan, as they would start the season 1-0, looking to leave where they left off last season.